Third wheeling. We've all done it, and we've all had some third wheel. When you're being third wheeled, you're having fun, you're doing all the romantic shit you can think of, but when you're third wheeling, that's a whole different story. The feeling you get when you look over at your homeboy and his girl, and they're kissing, or cuddling, or hiding under a blanket, and you know damn well what they're doing, is absolutely soul crushing. You're just on your phone trying to pretend like nothing's happening, and the fact that you can't hear the clanging of your homie's belt being unbuckled. Oh my god, it's not coming off. Here, let me help you. Bro, come on. It's even worse when you're fifth wheeling or seventh wheeling. There's double the couples and double the feeling of being alone. I've been a seventh wheel once and it was torture. We were at this girl's house named Nora. Nora was with the homie Dylan. Johnny was with the girl Lily. And Josh was with the girl Natalie. And then there was me. I was huddled up in the corner while everyone else was spread out across the room cuddling. There was a speaker in the middle, and I was in control of the music. We later went to the mall, and they were all holding hands and skipping around. But they later found me a girl in the middle of a hot topic, so I wouldn't be alone. But before that, I was playing me some mommy TikTok audios to fill up the empty void in my stomach.
Hey, my sweet boy. What's the matter? You're feeling lonely.
Third wheeling for a few hours is pretty bad, but compared to a whole day is nothing. And this is the story I got for y'all today. I woke up on a sunny Saturday. The homie Jay and I did a sleepover after school. We woke up, took our showers, got dressed. His mom made us some breakfast, and that shit was scrumptious. Today was going to be a good day. For Jay, at least. At 10 a.m., we left the house to go pick up this girl named Camilla. We pull up, and the first thing that happens is Camilla starts running into his car. Jay also exits the car, and they start hugging and talking all high-pitched to each other.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
We went swimming, and they're chilling in the hot tub. We went to the park, and they're taking pictures with the sun in the background. We went to one of our other homies' houses and hung out there for a little bit, and I was happy I had someone else to talk to. We was blasting music and just having a good old time. But then it was 7 o'clock and his parents told us to leave. So we left and went to Cane's because we were hungry. Like really, I was hungry like a horse. We're in the drive-thru about to order. I told Jay I wanted a 3-finger box combo. Camilla also said she wanted a 3-finger box combo. And Jay said he can give her that in the bedroom.
Man, get your ass on, boy.
Camilla said her parents were okay with us pulling up to her place. And we said, I bet. We pull up to her crib. I say hi to her parents while they immediately go up to their room. I head up there too, and they're already kissing. Once they saw me, they pulled away and acted like she wasn't eating his goddamn face. We put a horror movie on, a planned and educated move that would get him some cheeks if done right. My stomach started to hurt, and I had to take a shit. I could already feel it coming out. If I didn't make it soon, there would be a citywide evacuation. So I made a quick dash for the bathroom. Now I thought I was going to be there for an hour, but it took me less than 5 minutes. I open the door, and Jay is getting the soul sucked out of him. I'm standing in the doorway, and Camilla is just still going. I'm flabbergasted, and I just closed the door to process what I just saw. I decided to stay on guard just in case Camilla's parents decide to come upstairs. I'm standing there playing Clash Royale with a straight ass face. The door opens and Jay comes out with the biggest smile on his face and a limp in his walk. He casually tells me that we need to head home because it's 8:30 and his curfew is 9. As we leave the house, Jay and Camilla share one last kiss and she just tries to stab me up. I said, hell nah, because that hand was on my homie's meat. There are a variety of characters you will experience in your lifetime, and one of them is the plug. If you smoke. My first time hitting up the plug had me scared shitless. I was in a car filled to the brim trying to find something to do, and not a single person had chop. So being some silly little fiends, we were trying to get some in our possession. We were all on Snapchat trying to find someone to buy from. One of the plugs adds me back, and I call him. He immediately declines the call and sends me a text saying, don't fucking call me, bro, ever. That scared the fuck out of me, but with my whimsical talking skills, he was no longer mad at me. We drive a good 20 minutes to meet up with the guy, and it's at a Walmart. We tell him we pulled up. He comes out with his Walmart uniform, gives us the grass, and we give him the money. Then he goes back to working like nothing ever happened, all like. But what is cooler than buying from the plug? Being the plug. Now, when I was a plug, it was an extraordinary experience. I've spent a good 5 months being a plug by myself and a good month of selling with a group of people. There was DJ the driver. Bro was tall as fuck and made everyone look tiny. Then there was Isa. She would talk to all the customers. Then there was Marcus. He didn't really talk much. Like at all. To this day, I still have no clue what his voice sounds like. But he was the main supplier for us. Then there was my dumbass. Yeah, that's all I really got to say about myself and my contributions to the group. Now, when we'd sell our stuff, we had a whole system and menu going. Like every plug has a menu, but we had it written out on some cardboard setup like a fast food restaurant. And the system we had made us very organized. We had all of our vapes and carts in the glove box. We had our wax and acid in the top part of the armrest. In the bottom part of the armrest, we had the actual bud and coke in baggies. Under the passenger seat, we had a shoebox filled with shrooms. The trunk was used as storage for anything extra we had that couldn't fit. If we ran low on any product, we'd get more from the trunk and restock, allowing us to stay mobile even longer. Being organized like this allowed us to be sufficient and quick with our orders, and we wouldn't have to scramble around the car to find something we lost. This allowed us to be quick with our deliveries and take new orders fast. We got orders from all over the metro and city area. Driving around would be fun, but I would fall asleep sometimes. The amount of gas stations I've stopped at during a single day could probably be a world record. Now, there were some annoying ass people when we would sell our shit, like the suburban white kid that lived in the rich neighborhoods. We'd pull up to the gate and have to put a code or talk to the guy who's working at the front. Haven't seen you guys before. Yeah, we're visiting. We visitors, yeah. Name? Fuck. Dolores? Oh, I love her, but she's all the way on the other side. Why are you coming through this entrance? Holy shit, how did you do that? Usually elderly people live here, so I just said the first thing that came to my mind. We then drive this fucking maze of a neighborhood to find this dude's house. We text him that we're here and he texts back, 1 second, mother and I are having a quarrel. Did this man just say he's having a quarrel with the mother? Yeah, but his Snapchat name is Timothy Robinson, so I kinda expected this. Yo, is that his mom coming out to talk to us? We all look to our left and see this angry ass white mom walking over with some shitty dollar store glasses. She knocks on the window, yelling at us saying, okay, I don't know what the hell your problem is, but you druggies are not allowed here. You're trying to corrupt my precious baby boy and turn him into one of you. If I ever see you again, I'm calling the police. He has a bright future ahead of him with the college, and I can't let you hooligans ruin that for him. Ma'am, I assure you, your precious baby doing drugs won't be the end of his career. So we drove off annoyed as fuck. We pull over by a mailbox to check any other orders, and then we get a text from Timothy Robinson himself. We all debated for a hot second if we should even open it, but we do. And it's him saying, hey, I just snuck out of the house. Can I still buy? This fucking dude. Bro's trying to be a rebel. Do we accept it? I mean, we came all the way out here, so I guess so. So this man, Timothy Robinson, walks up to us, apologizes for us getting yelled at, and gives us a crisp $100 bill. Keep in mind, this man only bought 2 vapes, which definitely doesn't cost $100. So we left a little less annoyed. If I know he had bands like that, I'd definitely charge him extra. My lifetime, I've been to a number of parties. Going to one after a long-ass week of school is a good-ass stress reliever, as well as the bathroom bop. When I walk into these functions, I'm expecting myself to get high, drunk, jump around in a crowd, probably lose my voice, but I don't go there expecting it to get shot up. While these parties are supposed to be a long night of fun with no fights, there will be times that someone sees an op and decides to throw down. When a fight happens, everyone gathers around in the circle with their phones out, until security intervenes, which is usually some 19-year-old who has an airsoft gun with the orange tip off, or at least the ones I went to. When security does intervene, they usually throw both people out and the party continues. However, this is not what happened for the story to be made. This story takes place on a Friday night. The school day was over and I linked up with the boys. Unluckily for me though, none of them could hang out. So I head home with my head down, sad as fuck. Usually when the boys can't hang out, I smoke or I sleep. but a Snapchat story caught my attention.
Stickman Productions. Theme, Blackout. 17 plus. $15 for guys, $10 for girls. Addy, 1234 Stickman Avenue, Aurora, Colorado. 10 p.m. to all night, motherfuckers. Bring your own everything. Security enforced.
Oh shit, a party. I mean, I could probably go. I just have to take the bus, but I don't want to go alone. The boys can't go. Let me ask the homies from other schools. Yo, what's up? What up, cuh? Yo, Eddie, I'm gonna go to this party in Aurora. You trying to come with me? Hell nah, bro. Those parties get shot up. Yo. Bro, thank God you called. Help me, please. My girl pulled out the peanut butter and a strap-on. What? My girl. We were getting freaky, but she started to spread my cheeks. I'm under her mom's bed right now, hiding from her. Where are you? If you continue to resist, I won't use the peanut butter as lube. Send help. Anything. Please, call a SWAT team. I'm at 102030. Found you. Be a good boy for mommy and get your ass over here. Oh, God. The fuck? Слы, братан, поехали со мной на тушу.
Блин, ну конечно, где это будет?
Туса в Ауроре.
Блять, я же в Брумфилде.
Блин, братан, ладно, окей, забей.
Извини, бро. Я буду в Авроре где-то в 3 утра.
Че так поздно пришел-то?
Я буду кататься с друзьями на кемпере, курить травку и прочие такие темы. Если чё, присиди насигна.
Окей, ништяк. Давай увидимся. Может быть.
Well, fuck. I guess I'm going alone. So when it was time to go to the party, I headed over to the bus stop for the function. Even though I was going to be alone, I was going to let that bring me down from being all jolly. The bus ride wasn't anything special. I just sat there for 18 minutes, just like... I hopped off, thanked the bus driver for the ride, talked to myself like a schizophrenic person, and got stopped by 4 people in the car with their guns pointed at my ass. Hands up, motherfucker. Oh, wait, my fault, pimp. Thought you was the op that banged my sister. You ain't a snitch, right? Nah, man, you're all good. Not Straco, too. Hey, good luck finding the man that fucked your sister. Should I have been scared? Probably. But for some reason, I wasn't. Maybe it was the pregame, who knows. Like, I wasn't high as giraffe balls, but I was by no means normal. Walking through the night felt majestic as fuck. I thought that nothing could go wrong this night. I see the house and all the people at the entrance. The security guards were patting all them down. They all had walkie-talkies and were decked out in full body armor. I asked what kind of level plates he had in the vest, and the dude looked at me all confused. Plates? What plates? Like kitchen plates? What the fuck you talking about? This fucking dumbass. I did not trust this man to be holding a gun. Albeit a 9mm, but still. Like any other house party, the music was bumping and there was people in the usual spots. The kitchen, the basement. I pull out my weed, hit that bitch, and instantly, hey, can I get a hit of that? Yo, comrade, can I borrow that? Pass the grass over. Bro, I need a hit of that. I'm gonna touch you. Literally felt like those kids at school when they pull out a pack of gum. Some dudes offer me shots from their bottles for the hits of the pen, which I thought was pretty fair. I'm bumping it to Rihanna when I hear some commotion going on. Some peculiar shouting was happening, a unique sound of glass breaking. My curious eyes had to know what was going on. I'm pushing past people to see what the hell is going on, and I see the dudes who pointed their guns at me earlier. I presumed he was pressing that guy who slept with his sister. Security shows up, and they kick him out. It was a whole process. The party was silent. They grabbed the dude by his arms and practically dragged his ass out. Bro's nose is bleeding, and he is yelling he was not gonna let that shit slide. For a small amount of time, the party was silent, looking like... People slowly started to talk, saying the most dry-ass shit to make conversation. Then gunshots ring from the outside. People start screaming and shit, like that helps the current situation. Everyone and their mama is pulling out straps. Like, damn, did I miss the memo or some shit? I dip out through the backyard, hopping over the fence and shit. With all the people trying to drive away, this creates the biggest traffic jam I have ever seen. Luckily, I wasn't driving though. Running through the streets, crossfaded as fuck, I thought my ass was in a war zone. Police sirens in the background, but to me, that's just ambient noise. I'm trying to find the bus stops and shit. The first bus I see is the first one I hop on. I don't even care where the destination is. I'm just trying to get the fuck out of the area. I think I reached a good distance, but then a gunshot would ring out. I hear a whistle, and I thought it was maybe one of the guys with their guns. But it was just Boris trying to catch my attention.
Братан, ты выглядишь белым, как стена, еще будто прям сейчас в штаны наложил. С тобой все нормально, да? Да. Просто сейчас мне просто нельзя быть трезвым. Марихуана и алкоголь быстро вышли из организма, адреналин все перебил. Блин, садись в тачку. Исправим сейчас.
So Boris and the boys let me chill with them for the night. A Colorado Parties group Snapchat story had the night captured in 8 different angles. Even crazier, at 2 a.m., we were parked at the gas station and saw the guys with guns casually walk out with some Slurpees. For the longest while, pedophiles have been out in the streets in America and all across the world. In fact, 16 out of 1,000 children in America have been sexually assaulted by an adult. And honestly, I say we need to bring back capital punishment for those who commit such crimes. Now, since the 2000s, we've had entertainment of predators being caught by the police like To Catch a Predator, stuff on YouTube like Skeeter Gene and Gideon, with ways to catch and expose them like Discord, Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. But recently, some predator catching videos have switched from catching them and handing them to the police to just smacking and beating the shit out of them. And quite frankly, I'm a supporter, as you could tell by the title of the video. And this is the story I have for y'all today. This happened on a snowy November night during Thanksgiving break. I was at my homie's house and we were chilling in his room, smoking it up and playing GTA 5. I mid-hit when we hear a knock on his door, which scared the shit out of me. But it was just his younger sister Miranda, so we were in the clear. She asked if she can talk privately. Her voice was a little shaken and she sounded scared as hell. Naturally, being my homeboy's sister, I wanted to make sure she was okay because she was like a little sister to me. I watched her grow up and everything, but he told me to stay in his room. I'm confused as hell, but I obliged since it seemed serious. Now, I was trying my hardest to stay in Eddie's room, but I was dying to know what happened. So I leave the room and tiptoe to Miranda's. I knock, and then I slightly open it. I peek my head through, and Eddie has her laptop and is mad as fuck. I ask if I could see it, and he looks at Miranda. Miranda gives a nod, and I walk over. I look at her computer and see absolute horrors. It was a guy on Discord who said he was 42 years old, and he's sending the most freakiest, disgusting, diabolical, down bad things I've ever seen. Some of the shit he was saying makes 50 Shades of Grey seem like child's play. Some of the shit he was asking was, you into roleplay? Or have you done anything with a guy before? Have you put toys down there? And I'm just fucking shocked, because she's fucking 12, bro. Like, what the fuck? Brother, what the fuck? I'm gonna beat this man's ass and break every bone in his body. God, fuck, bro. I don't think that's enough. Miranda, why haven't you blocked him? I did, I swear. This is his 4th account and he won't stop. I'm reading more of the messages and see that the creep is 3 hours away from us. Stupidly, she told him what town we were in, but thankfully not their address. We should get him to drive up to us and jump the shit out of him. He might report us to the police though. Cracker, he is trying to fuck a 12-year-old. We'll show the cops everything. And besides, I got some shiesties and other homies got shiesties too. He won't even see our face. Eddie and I called up some of the other boys so they could join in. It took zero convincing. They were all down to beat the shit out of this pedophile. Miranda gives us the computer so we can message the pedo and get him to come up to us. We all have our masks and a bunch of baseball bats laid out on Eddie's bed like a heist movie. It was easy to get him to come up to us. Him seeing the message and the address convinced him enough to drive 3 whole hours. The address we gave him was a park nearby our neighborhood, but still a little isolated from the rest of the town. To make things better, he agreed to meet up at night, meaning we could sneak up on him in our all-black outfits. At 10 p.m., the creep tells us he started driving. Eddie tucks Miranda in, saying that she'll be okay and nothing will happen to her. We run the plane down again and we're hyping ourselves up. We're low-key taking flicks and getting our pump on with the gym set in Eddie's basement. At 12:30, we hop in Tony's whip and drive to the park. We park a good block away as to not park in the parking lot, as that could raise suspicions. We arrive and scope out the park
and Loki finds some hiding spots that could cover us up and let us ambush him. Waiting for him was an unreal feeling. We sat in complete silence with our bats and one sledgehammer. The only noise we could hear was the wind blowing by. I kind of felt like a character in a horror movie. The time was 1:07, and we see a car pull up. Eddie gets a Discord notification saying he's here, with a winking emoji. Gross. He puts that bitch on silent and texts him saying come here to the playground equipment. He gets out and starts walking. Now everybody's on alert. He gets on the equipment and is whispering Margot, and then replying to himself saying Polo. He finally gets into the right spot, and BAM! Xavier hits this dude's head with a sledgehammer. The dude's head starts bleeding and he falls backwards. He tries to run, but he's dazed as hell. He trips over himself on the stairs. He was a persistent fucker, trying to get up and sprint to his car. The homies on the side cut his ass off and start beating him with the bats. Xavier and I get down to the wood chips and join in on the ass kicking. It was all taking turns hitting him. He started screaming, so Tony hit his mouth and the sound stopped. Now this man's fingers were fucked. Legs were in a 90-degree angle. Collarbone destroyed. Arms completely done for, and probably more internal damage than we could comprehend. So after that absolute adrenaline rush we experienced, we started to run. But Tony turns around and smashes the window and opens the door, entering that bitch and robbing his ass too, stealing the motherfucker's wallet. We cram ourselves into Tony's whip and speed off, flying around the car because none of us were buckled. We arrived at Eddie's house and sneakily entered as we didn't want to wake up Miranda or his parents. We dumped everything out of his wallet and it was kind of sad. We thought there would be more shit, but all there was a used Burger King gift card and $27. Everyone has some sort of story about running from the police, and I am one of them. I don't think that's a good thing. Well, it gave me some good dad lore, and plus, there could be a really high chance that they weren't actually after me, and I'm just a dumbass. But this story did happen at a Halloween party I went to, so for this Halloween festive type video, whatever the fuck you want to call it, I'm gonna tell the story. So as the month of October started, everyone and their mom was throwing Halloween themed parties. Some people were throwing parties that made them expensive as fuck to get in. $25? What the fuck? Hell no, I ain't going to that shit. Other people made it so you pay like $5 or $10 to get in. Yeah, I'm gonna go to those ones instead. What's the date? The 12th? Yeah, I'm not doing anything that day, alright? Shit. I'll go to that one. Oh, it's in Lakewood too? Alright, bet. Yeah, it's not bad of a drive. Yeah, I'll go to that. So the day came, and I low-key took hella time from my costume. Very much better than the banana costume I wore the previous year. Or the year before that. That year, I dressed up as a prisoner and had a bunch of fake tattoos drawn on me with Sharpie. The homies and I were looking fresh as fuck. Y'all ready to go to this party? Yeah. Yup. We got the Addy. Let's bounce. So we arrive at this tiny one-story building that low-key looks like something Spirit Halloween would buy. We see the line at the entrance, and people got some unique costumes. Plankton, Danny DeVito, Spider-Man, those Devil and Angel costumes, and Jeffrey Epstein. Not joking. The dude had a Hawaiian shirt on and a cardboard cutout of his face. Well, this is an interesting variety of costumes people have. Now, where's a parking spot? Yeah, if the Epstein guy gets in, I'm gonna be really surprised. We park, a whole block down by the way, and get out with the cash in hand. I thought the long lane was gonna take forever, but it moved relatively quickly. The party wasn't all too special, kinda average really, but a notable event was Dimitri's goofy ass took a little too many shots of Jack Daniels. Okay, so Dimitri's sister is gonna come get him. Which one? He has like 4. Probably the one who's graduated with a license and not the others in elementary school? Oh, I'm stupid. I'm also tag along with him just to make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Good luck. Peace out, twin. Peace out, twin. So Nicola and I are still there, but with all the other people there, the inside was harder than 2 women kissing. We went outside for some fresh air, but Nicola saw a fine shy baddie, so he decided to go back inside. I stayed outside, hitting my Benjamin, when this other dude and his 2 buddies came up to me asking if they could have a hit. I didn't really have a problem with them hitting it, but I did have a problem when they said they weren't going to give it back. Yeah, buddy, I decided I'm keeping this. Besides, you're way too young. I'm 17, asshole. What do you think those few chin hairs you have grants you more authority over me? You know what? Fuck this. Пошел нахуй. bitch. So after the tiny fight and his homies not backing him up, I head back inside to find Nikola, and he is still chopping it up with the fine shite. I joined in the convo to start chopping it up with her friend too, and it's going pretty well for a bit, until I see a cop in the corner of my eye talking to other partygoers. I'm looking for someone with Sharpie on their face. They're around 5'5" and have brown eyes. Have you seen them? Shit. Nick, we gotta go. There's a cop over there and I think he's after me. The cop is concerning, but I think you're just high. They're not after you. Dude, I got into a fight with someone outside before I came back in. They're definitely after me. I'm too high to drive, so you have to. So we speedwalk the fuck out of that party, dodging as many people as we can, looking like we're playing Assassin's Creed or some shit. Outside, 3 more cop cars show up. I'm hoping to shut the party down and not to catch my ass. People started running out of the party. We thought if we just kept our mildly fast pace, we wouldn't draw attention. But I make direct eye contact with one of the cops. So fuck speed walking, we're not sprinting. While running to my car, I may or may not have tripped and fell. In the panic of getting back up and running, I didn't realize my keys fell out of my pocket, so we can't even get into the car. So after realizing I don't have the keys anymore, we run back and see them on the asphalt. Nikola grabs them and back to the car we go. We hop in and speed the fuck out, which was definitely dumb as shit when there were still multiple cop cars in the vicinity of us. Fuck, bro, I'm out of breath. Yeah, me too, goddamn. Sad we had to leave though, I was about to get to first base. Oh shit, dug down. While driving, we saw a cop car with the lights on drive past us on the other side of the road. Fuck, man, I hope we don't get caught. Yo, you trying to go to Taco Bell? High school bathrooms. More like the Wild West because of all the crazy shit and lawlessness that happens. You gotta be alert 110%. The devious shit that happens in there could be used for a plot on a Law and Order episode. It's chaotic, it's dirty, and it's probably broken down too. These bathrooms are the most unholiest place you'll ever be in. You will see a variety of things. Fights, the school thought on her knees, people smoking, even a whole fucking rave. And the people who go to the bathroom to actually use it are some brave motherfuckers. The people who be taking shits in the stalls gotta be as quiet as possible while they're doing their thing. If they even make the slightest noise, people will break the walls down to get to you. I don't know if that's a thing that happens in girls' bathrooms. Anytime I walk by them, that shit smells like sunshine and rainbows. Probably from the 7 different perfumes being sprayed by the group of girls that are always in there. You would be walking in the hallways and you see a minimum of 5 girls enter the bathroom. They be doing TikTok dances, spilling tea, and God knows what. One day, I walked into the bathroom to take a piss, and I see 2 people in a stall with a pair of knees on the floor. I had a light bulb moment. I'm gonna wait outside the bathroom and start clapping my hands when the both of them leave. I waited and waited and waited. I didn't wait that long. I only waited for 5 minutes. After all that waiting, 2 dudes leave the bathroom, and I thought that maybe there were more people in there that I didn't see. I wait some more, and then I say fuck it, and I just walk into the bathroom. I'm the only one in the bathroom. I lean down to see if there's any shoes in the stalls, and nothing is there. I'm real confused. I'm trying to figure this mystery out. And then my brain clicks. Holy fuck. During the first week of the school year, me and the homie Dylan walk into the bathroom and see a freshman looking kid getting a haircut by another freshman looking kid. He ended up getting a mohawk that was being supported by a shit ton of gel. Then there was Kevin. Kevin was a school security guard who probably thought he was a vigilante. He'd monitor the cameras the whole day, and if he saw a group of people, or the regulars, people who look like they smoke, walk into the bathroom, he would walk as fast as he could to get into said bathroom. He'd walk into the bathroom, boys or girls, he didn't care, in the hopes to catch kids vaping and get them expelled. Sometimes he would catch people, and sometimes he wouldn't, which wasn't a good look for him or the school. A grown man walk into the bathroom full of girls or a bathroom full of boys? Yeah, not a good look. Sounds like some pedophile type shit. Many of the student body would complain to admin, but there was nothing they could do because he was just doing his job. Yeah, that was some bullshit. He would only catch kids vaping or smoking in the bathroom about 30% of the time. What's going on, guys? Nothing, we're just chilling in the bathroom. So you don't mind if I check the bathroom, right? Shit,
Yeah,
go
sure.
for it. Okay, I'm going in. Okay. Bro thinks he's tough. He is not him. If we ever went into the bathroom to smoke or do some fuck shit, we'd have a plan so that way we wouldn't be caught. We had one person on lookout, and the lookout would switch every time. If we saw Kevin walking towards the bathroom, the lookout would yell, "Man, I love pineapple juice," or "Man, I love femboys," or anything we could think of. Anytime we saw him in the hallway, the boys and I would say something like, "Oop, Kevin's on the prowl." Even after the devious lick challenge had subsided, things in our bathrooms would still go missing or would be ripped and damaged. It smells like shit in here. What the fuck? Where the mirrors at? What the fuck? Where the mirrors at? Yo, what the fuck? Air dryers were taken, sinks were broke, even this shit was found in the toilet. The conversations you hear in the bathroom are no better either. Yeah, man, I already failed No November because I watched my preschool. It didn't even last a week. Shit, that's tough. I was out this morning, this old lady fell over saying, "Oh, I broke my hip, and I just busted everywhere. Clean up on my pants." What the fuck? Being high is usually a fun activity. Hell, I'm high right now. Currently riding this in my friend's vehicle like a fucking homeless person. Doing it with your friends, eating food, daydreaming about Skater, Garfield, eating food, dreaming about eating food, ordering $30 worth of Taco Bell by accident, eating more food. That's all fun shit, bro. But there are some things that you should never do or at least be cautious about when you're high. During my sophomore year of high school, I worked at this senior retirement center. More specifically, a server at one of the restaurants at that specific center. This job was a high-stress job with multiple days of me sweating my ass off. It would truly be a dumb idea to be high while working there. So I was at my homie Ryan's house with the other homie Nolan. We were just down in his basement, taking turns with a bong and watching SpongeBob. And then I get a text from my manager. I look at Ryan, I look at Nolan, and I show them the text. Fuck, I'm cooked. It's raps for me. You could always just not show up. Yeah, but one, that'd be a dick move. And two, I've already had previous no-call no-shows. I'm gonna get fired. So are you gonna go to work high? I mean, I have to. But if I go there smelling like bud with my eyes red as fuck, they're gonna know. Which will also lead to me getting fired. We can give you some stuff to make you less high. It's 2 o'clock. We have some time. So Ryan, Nolan, and I scavenged the house. We find some oranges in the refrigerator and I scarf them bitches down. We find his cologne, his older sister's perfume, some sunscreen that smells good, and his mom's body butter that smelled like fucking Fruit Loops. Then we looked through his mom's injury box and found some eye drops for me. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. How are your eyes feeling? Little less dry. Are they still red? A little, but it's better than what it was before the drops. So after all of that, it's only 3 o'clock. I still have 90 minutes left until my shift starts. So I practice talking to myself in the mirror to make sure I don't stutter my speech or say something stupid. Ryan drops me off out of the kindness of his heart. I enter the restaurant, doing everything step by step. Okay, so far so good. Let's clock in. Good shit. Bro, this shit will be easy, on God. I check my name and see that I'm a server. God damn it, bro. I couldn't be a busser or a table turner. I had to get the one that had the most work to do. Any other day, I'd be jumping with joy. But this time, I knew I was fucked. Absolutely cooked. So much for today being easy. We had a pre-shift. Everyone gathered in a circle and the manager started talking. I quickly lost track of what he was saying and began thinking about random things. With a snap of some fingers in front of my face, I brought back to focus and see my manager and some other coworkers standing around me. "You can stop mumbling about dinosaurs now. One of the residents sat in your section." "Huh? Oh shit." I got up, went back to the kitchen to grab the water pitcher, and came back to greet the resident. I grabbed the lady's cup and fucking spilled the water. "Oh, my fault, ma'am. I'm so sorry. Let me wipe that up for you." "Are you gonna wipe it up?" "Huh? Oh, hello. What can I get started for you today?" The fuck? And that was just the first resident. I had the rest of the night to complete. Due to my shitty performance, I had to do a lot of customer service to fix my mistakes. "Excuse me,
I asked for a dark coffee and you gave me a mug of just straight creamer. Sir, I told you I was vegan and you gave me the biggest tenderloin I've ever seen. With all the high stress on me, I was tweaking out, but the adrenaline kicked in and my high finally wore off. Now I could finally lock the fuck in. There are two kinds of people in this world. Those who smoke and those who don't smoke. Which one am I? Well, I think it's pretty obvious. I still remember when I first got absolutely fried way back in my freshman year. And this is the story I have for y'all today. I'm chilling at my house when I get a call from the homie Jordan. Yo, bro, what you doing right now? Nothing really, I'm just playing video games, man. Come to my house and bring your skateboard.
Now, I wasn't trying to skate because I suck absolute ass at it. But I also wasn't doing anything, so I said, fuck it. And I head over to Jordan's house. We're skating down the neighborhood. I'm just eating shit the whole time, scraping on my knees, doing some ollies, and eating shit. After that, we was playing video games up in his room. But I was high-key getting bored after an hour. So Jordan gets on his phone and calls up this girl asking to hang out. Like 15 minutes later, the girl pulls up to Jordan's house with another friend who was absolutely majestic looking, named Avery. She was beautiful, gorgeous, absolutely beautiful, stunning, and shit, she was beautiful. She had a lip ring, a beanie, and a skater girl style. In other words, she was exactly my type. Hey. Hey. Fuck. I fucking stuttered in front of Avery. The room fell silent for a few seconds until Maddie whips out the za and a duck pipe. The three of them just went up to Jordan's room. I was downstairs thinking that I just fumbled the bag. Jordan calls my name telling me to come upstairs. I wasn't really planning on smoking that night, but if it meant a chance to be with Avery, I was like, shit, I'm doing it. So I walk up there, giving myself a pep talk. Do not stutter. Do not stutter. I walk in and they're already smoking. Now I've smoked before, so I wasn't a rookie, but never with a duck pipe. I was used to using electronic shit, like a pen or a geek bar. So this is all new to me. Avery holds up the duck and the lighter, and I inhale the grass. The feeling was much different than a cart. I blinkered that shit and my throat started to burn. I was coughing so hard and begging for water. Fuck, I'm over 2 right now. I did not look cool, coughing all over the place. But we kept it pushing. We pass it around, and I take a less bigger hit. Now, it's been a few minutes, and I'm not feeling anything. But then Jordan asked me to go grab a speaker on the top of his drawer so we can blast some tunes. So I stand up, and that shit hits. My legs lose all stability, and I fall on the floor. Jordan comes to help me up and grabs the speaker himself. He lays me on the bed, and my eyes are tweaking out. I'm using every ounce of strength I got to keep my eyes open. My mouth was getting dry, but I was drooling at the same time. I sit up so I don't choke, and everyone else is starting to feel it too. Avery comes and sits next to me. I was getting real giggly, and Avery definitely thought I was a dumbass. But she was laughing too, so it was all good. Was she laughing with me or at me? Shit, I don't even know. But she was laughing, so that's all that mattered. And Jordan was playing some Suicide Boys on his speaker, and life was good. Then Avery checks her phone, sees a bunch of missed calls from her mom, with text messages saying, "You need to come home now. Are you on your way home? It's 6 o'clock. Where are you? You need to come home now." Well, shit, I'm fucked. Maddie, we need to go, like, right now. So we walk them downstairs and out of the house. I pull a thing of Ritz crackers randomly out of my pocket, and we go back upstairs. My mom and Jordan's parents allowed me to stay the night, so I was chilling. I spent the rest of the night eating the Ritz crackers and other food in my sight. I swear, finding a job is harder than a dew with the morning wood. Like, I used to wake up every day, open Indeed or LinkedIn, and it's just the same recycled bullshit. Entry level, but they want 5 years of work experience. They offer minimum wage, but yet you need a bachelor's degree and be able to piss cream cheese. Recently, with employment becoming scary, I figured I'd share some of my own stories. Now, I will say the word job a lot. It might be scary, but I will hold your hand through it. When I was freshly 16, I was at the age where I could finally get a job. I was somewhat experienced as I worked at a senior retirement center as a server, so I did have some job experience. I decided to apply jobs within the food industry. Doesn't matter what position I get, I just want the job. IHOP, Denny's, Lostos, Village Inn. Nope, got rejected. Didn't even make it to the interview process.
Fast food counts. I could work there. Why not? Wendy's, Taco Bell, In-N-Out, Raising Kings, Del Taco. Nope. Tough luck. Okay, what about ice cream places? I love ice cream. All the different flavors and the texture. Why not? Dairy Queen, Baskin Robbins, Cold Stone. Nope! A year later, some new ice cream shops opened up. There was a Yogurtland and a gelato shop. I applied. I failed. Okay, there's lots of pizza shops nearby. Why not try them? Domino's, Little Caesars, Papa John's, Pizza Hut. Same fucking answer. There's a shop 20 minutes away from my crib. I'm willing to drive that. Or take the bus. Stoner's Pizza Joint. I'd be a perfect candidate for that. I always smoke. I'm usually more baked than the pizzas themselves. Nope. Probably because I wasn't 21. Well, the food industry is obviously not working. What about retail? Well, that went as well as you can expect. I got rejected as fuck. Literally a walking McLovin. They did say they were hiring seasonally. Okay, let me wait and then try that. Fuck no. We don't want your ass. Okay, they didn't say that, but it sure felt like it. I could try some side gigs. I asked around, and holy shit, I found someone. $9 an hour to babysit. Fuck yeah. By the end, I got $45. Okay, not bad. Maybe my luck is turning around. I posted an ad, not for just babysitting, but for literally anything, and no one responded to it. Well, I'm not going to give up on that yet, but I should still go back to finding a job. I tried more food-related jobs like Subway or KFC. Nope, didn't work. Wait a damn minute. The mall has dozens of jobs. Maybe that will work. None of them wanted my ass. Not Hot Topic, not Foot Locker, not Dillard's, none of them. I could be a Starbucks barista. Maybe I can make drinks for people. We don't really see you as Starbucks material. Oh, come on. I can dye my hair blue and get a septum piercing. Would that work? Nah, that's not enough. After all of this, I figured I would give McDonald's a try. What could I lose? I mean, my dignity. If anyone saw me, I'd definitely be cooked. No way! Isn't this a surprise? Say cheese! Alright, now put the fries in the bag, little bro.
I will skin you alive.
So I filled out an application. 2 days later, I get a message back asking about a time we can arrange for an interview. The day comes, and I head over. I got my nice outfit on, got my hair all spiffy. There is no fucking way I can mess this up. Hey, I'm here for the interview. Ah, yes, sit at that table over there. I'll be there in a second. Okay, will do. So I sit down and the hiring manager comes over. The interview is going pretty good. I really thought I had it in the bag. But then she asked me a question that fucked it all over. Do you speak Spanish? I know a tiny bit, but I don't really speak it. I can speak Russian, Serbian, and I can sign in ASL. Ooh, I'm sorry, but I can't hire you if you don't speak Spanish. How come? When you walked in, did you notice anything? The floors were mopped really well. Thank you, but that's not it. Look at the kitchen. All those workers are Hispanic and speak Spanish. So if you can't speak or understand Spanish, then I cannot go forward with the hiring process. I felt my soul leave my body. Not even a day later, someone asked me, where do you work? And I told them, I'm unemployed. Why don't you just get a job or something? Damn, why didn't I think of that? Like, I'm not even aiming high. I'm not trying to become some CEO or TikTok star. I just want a job that pays me enough so I don't have to live on the street. If you see my video on The Plug, you would know that we sold everything, ranging from vapes to magic snow. We had a whole menu of items like we were a whole restaurant. If you saw the video, then you know that's nothing new. What I didn't tell y'all, so I could save it for this video, is that after a long night of selling and driving lots of miles, we had a shift change, where the day folks can get some rest and the night folks can take over. Before the shift change, we was checking out how much supplies we had after the day of selling. We had made a good profit that day and ran out of almost all of our product. One baggie had a single mushroom left, so I asked DJ if I could take it home. He didn't care, and neither did Issa, so I took that John home. So I walk into the crib, fix myself some cereal, and head to my room. I put some Netflix on and settle into my bed. Now, I've never done shrooms before this moment, so I was not sure what to do. I thought it was like any other mushroom, like you would cook it for a cheesesteak or something. And so I put that in my mouth and swallowed that bitch. Pause. That shit tasted weird. It tasted like dirt, but it must have been from like a foreign planet. Because I ate dirt and grass in kindergarten, and this mushroom didn't taste like anything I was used to. It was like Mother Nature herself fed me a special specimen. I was not expecting that taste, so I found the nearest used water bottle and chugged that shit. And to cover up the taste, I scarfed down my cereal. I went back to watching my Netflix, all jolly, thinking I'm going to experience some flying colors. But after 90 minutes, I didn't feel anything. I felt a little tingle feeling and a little ticklish in my feet,
But otherwise, I didn't get the true feeling that everyone was telling me about. Now, I found out it wasn't even the regular dosage. It was like a super tiny dosage. Now, I shouldn't have been surprised, as it was just a crumb of a shroom. But my dumbass was surprised. I've heard these stories of massive trips and people seeing sounds and hearing colors, and I wanted to experience that shit. So the next day, I bought a baggie of shrooms from DJ, and I called up some of the homies. One of the homies I call up is Ryan. Ryan works at a Pizza Hut, and he makes the best pizzas known to mankind. So Tyler, Jordan, Isaiah, and Jesus show up.
Hey, what's up?
Good. We then pull up to Pizza Hut and see the homie Ryan with 2 boxes of pizza. He enters the car and it smells heavenly. We drive back to Isaiah's crib and head to the basement. We grab some plates, grab the pizza, sprinkle the shrooms on top of the pizza, and we're hyping ourselves up. We ready? I'm ready. Let's do this shit. We take a bite at the same time and we eat our slice. Now we're just sitting around thinking, well, now what? Yo, I got a plan. This shit will take a while to kick in. So what if we go to the Walmart down the road, get some snacks and a few drinks, so that way when this does hit, we can be eating good. Bet. So we go on a little side quest to Walmart through the trail by Isaiah's backyard. It doesn't even take us 5 minutes to arrive at the Walmart. We cross the road and see the beauty ahead of us. We enter the Walmart and head our way into the food aisle. That's when we see 2 of our other boys out in the wild. Yo, what's good? Oh, I didn't even see you here. What's up? Nothing much. We just took some shrooms and we're trying to find some snacks for when the effect kicks in. Oh, type shit. We were just hotboxing the bathroom with the Benjamin. Then this elder dude enters the bathroom and hits a fat blinker. He was dope. Damn, okay, I see you. Hey, peace out, bro. Peace out. Peace out, fam. We pick out some chips, some powdered donuts, some cereal, popcorn, beef jerky, pretzels. Our hands are getting pretty full. Are we good on snacks? Hell no, we weren't. We needed more. I go to the candy aisle and I look around. I look at the candy on the top row. Not interested. I squat down to look at the candy on the bottom. And it hits me hard. I fell backwards and now I'm just staring at the ceiling. I don't remember this part, but apparently a mom with her kid walked by, saw me on the ground, and said to her son, "This is why you need a good education, or you'll end up like him." This is all according to Ryan. By the next day, we don't remember what happened before the trip, so who knows? Ryan could have been tripping and making it up, or he could have been telling the truth. The effects started to hit all of us, and we're dropping like flies. Only Tyler's the one who is still functioning like a normal, regular person. So we buy some snacks and call Sam and the other homie up to help us get home. Now, walking to Walmart took less than 5 minutes. Walking from Walmart back to Isaiah's crib felt like it took forever. I was absolutely tripping. The next day, Sam said I was staring at the night sky looking at all the stars, and going through this trail was weird as fuck. Like, it looked like it was going into multiple different pathways. The bushes had eyes and were watching me. And I swear this dog stood up on his hind legs and said, "Wake up. You're in a simulation and all that's around you is fake. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up." The effect eventually hit Tyler, which probably slowed us down more. We finally made it home, and Sam and the other homie ended up staying the night with us. According to Sam, I was just staring at the ceiling while my mouth was drooling. And then I just went to bed. I don't know what happened, but after I woke up, all the boys were sleeping. I see a pile of broken chair pieces in the corner, which turned out to be something that Isaiah made in a woodshop class. When my homie Eddie first told me that I could get high from wax, I didn't believe him. Like, you're telling me the shit that's in candles, or the shit that's in my ear, or the shit that removes hair when you rip it off your skin can also be used for purposes of smoking? Bro, yes you can. And is $10 cheaper than a cart for 1 gram. Nah, bro, you're fucking lying. Lying is a bad no-no. Nah, I'm not lying. Here, bro, Tony got some. Let me call him up right now. Hey, yo, Tony. What's good, my N-word? You still got that wax? I'll smoke some of it, but yeah, there's still some left. Juice Man over here ain't even tried wax before. Nah, what? I'm on my way. So Tony pulls up, and his car smells like weed. He was most definitely driving under the influence.
We were deciding if we should stay at Eddie's crib or drive somewhere else to take the dabs. We need his first time to be special, not some quickie. Are we trying to get me laid or are we trying to get me to take the wax? I know a spot. Trust me. What the hell is this? Okay, Tony did not take us to some gothic castle. He takes us to this magical grassland with the mountains in view. The sound of nature was a bliss, with the birds chirping, the squirrels wrestling, the water watering. This was the spot to forget about all your problems. You ready to take the wax? Oh shit, I forgot the wax. You're joking. Yeah, I am. It's right here. Tony takes out the dabs and opens the lid. I was curious to smell it. Yup, smells like weed. Don't really know what I was expecting. Okay, so how do we take it? First, we take this metal straw and apply some heat to it. You got a lighter? Fuck no. I got a torch. Where the fuck do you get a blowtorch? Don't ask, don't tell. Tony lights the torch and heats up the straw. Puts it up to my mouth as if I'm a baby, and I inhale. We pass it around in rotation, but I low-key took twice as many hits than both of them. We get back in the car, but this time we were baked as fuck. Like, it did not take a long time for the wax to hit me like Muhammad Ali. I was looking like dried up SpongeBob, and my left eye was tweaking out. Maybe this is just a wax thing, but I really, really, really wanted to sing some Sabrina Carpenter. So I sang like Sabrina Carpenter. What should we do now? I want ice cream. Do you got ice cream money? Is $20 enough? I'm pretty sure. Which flavor do you want? Yes. Okay, maybe I went overboard, but I really, really, really wanted ice cream. Plus, I could always share. Car meets. A gathering that just screams red, white, and blue. I've always loved going to car meets and car culture in general. And it's even better when all the homies come. We link up at the crib and drive over absolutely hyped. The car will be filled to the brim with the music on blast. I don't know how in the hell the speakers weren't destroyed or how we still had our hearing left. And bro, my first car meet, I definitely looked autistic. Whoa, look at that. And at that. Oh my god, and that one too. Whoa, look at that white van over there. Before every car meet we went to, me and the boys always had to pregame. And we've had the trunk filled with drinks for when we arrived. Y'all boys ready to get fucked up? Hell yeah! I think bro's already fucked up. The ones we went to would always start right around midnight. When we arrived, the whole atmosphere changed. The music was blasting like some Project X type shit. The air would also be smoky, either from the people smoking weed, like us, or from all the cars. Occasionally, there'd be a hooker or two, or 10, trying to get rides from guys with the coolest cars in exchange for some treatment. Police officers would be there to monitor the crowd, but they never did anything. One homeless guy took a piss in front of King Subaru's entrance, and a police officer just tossed him an empty water bottle. People would be doing donuts in the parking lots, and the cops just looked away. People would flick up with the cops whenever one came by. One person shot their sidearm in the sky, and that's when they finally stepped in. There would always be moments that would stand out above the rest when going to these car meets. One time, we just arrived and saw another truck arriving, and that truck was towing a boat, with a dozen people on said boat. And driving to these events, we definitely looked dumb as shit, blasting some white girl music. Yo, what the fuck? Another time, me and two homies were admiring this stunning ass vehicle. It was perfect. A 1962 Blue Cobra. The boys and I then hear some commotion going on. We look over, and this drunk man is being grabbed off this Hispanic guy's car and thrown to the ground. They then get into an argument. The Hispanic guy lifts up his shirt to reveal 2 revolvers tucked in his pants. The drunk guy gets startled and falls back onto the asphalt, blacking out and cracking his head, bleeding all over the ground. Even though he was bleeding, he was fine. Someone called an ambulance, but he most definitely got fucked over by all the medical bills. The Hispanic guys just moved their car to a different area in the parking lot, so everything was good in the end. Just another regular day. Then, there's another type of car meets that I liked, or more like a car show. There'd be a spot in the middle of nowhere, there would be a big circle, and cars would spawn out and do donuts with people hanging out the windows. One time, dozens of police cars pulled up with their sirens blasting. Oh shit, it's the cops! Oh fuck! Run to the field! We saw other people running through the field where the whip was, so we sprinted as fast as we could, hopped into the whip, and sped off. After the adrenaline wore off, my fat ass was gasping for air. We knew they weren't the same kind of police like the ones we used to take pictures with. These boys meant business. Cause this area we went to had a curfew, and we were being pretty loud. Plus, donuts are illegal.
April 20th, 420, the funny number. The day that every single stoner on this earth knows. It's practically a holiday. Is April 20th a holiday? Well, shit, it is a holiday. I'm fucking stupid. For the past 420s, all the homies and homegirls pull up to a meetup spot and absolutely hotbox the place. My first time celebrating April 20th was the same day I had my first green out. The boys and I had everything. Joints, a bong, and 2 Benjamins. And bro, that green out made me think I was gonna fucking die. I was strung out on the bathroom floor, writing my will and saying my prayers. I could feel myself about to throw up, but instead of aiming for the toilet, I aimed for the fucking bathtub like a fucking dumbass. God, take me away. Bro, you good? Ugh, it smells terrible in here. Eddie, is that you? I see the light. Bro, why is there a throw up in my bathtub? Tell my kids I love them. You got it in my sink too? You went literally everywhere besides the goddamn toilet, you dumb fuck. Luckily, I didn't have any other green nuts in my later years. Now, there's multiple ways to celebrate this special day. Host a cannabis party, go to a city gathering, watch movies about that Mary Jane, do a smoke-off with your friends and see who the smoke champion is. One year, me and the boys decided to go exploring and found this abandoned building and used that to be our hot box spot. We were smoking hella and doing a little bit of graffiti, and then we hear some weird-ass sounds, like the sounds of a clicker from The Last of Us. Being some fucking dumbasses, we decided to check that shit out. We enter a room and see a tweaker on a mattress muttering shit to himself saying, he then sees us, and the motherfucker starts walking towards us on his hands. We should have been scared, but low-key we found this man to be pretty funny. We noticed this man had nose on him, and we wanted to get him into the holiday spirit. So we rolled him the biggest joint, he put it in, and we lit it up. We was hyping him up like crazy. You got this, homie. Yeah, smoke that shit up. So yeah, we ended up smoking with a stranger. Perfect way to celebrate the holiday in my opinion. So last Thursday was my birthday. And I figured I would share this pretty memorable story of my 17th birthday. The group birthday smoke session. The day of my 17th birthday also just so happened to be the first day of school. Quite the birthday gift. The school wasn't really as bad as I thought it would be since I was a senior, so my schedule was pretty easy. I had also bought a shirt that had space for people to sign it. I had planned to celebrate my birthday over the weekend since summer break was over, and I would just treat that day like any other regular day. So after my first day of being a senior was done, I met up with the homie Jay and the homie Connor. After a bit of time though, Connor had to go home, but he couldn't leave without giving me a little birthday gift. Before y'all leave, I got you a birthday gift. Here you go. 2 Lost Marys. Oh, thank you, but I don't really like receiving gifts all that much. I feel bad. Brother, you're taking this gift. Nah, fam, I can't accept. You're gonna accept. You can. I can't accept. I can't. Take the fucking gift. Yes, sir, I'll take it. This is my favorite gift in the whole damn world. Bet that. Peace out, y'all. How to celebrate the rest of the day? Now, how should we celebrate the rest of the day? Smoking some fucking weed, of course. But who has weed? Casey does. So we ask Casey if he can hang out. He says he can, and we pull up. In a matter of no time, we're already smoking out of the bong. Fuck, I took way too big of it. Should we get more people over? Fuck it. So we start inviting people over. The homies Preston and Santi pull up. Now we're all smoking, besides Jay, and boy do I start feeling funny. We call up the homie Ian, inviting him, but he says he's grounded and not allowed to hang out. Tell your mom it's my birthday and you gotta pull up. I'll tell her. I don't know if it's gonna work though. Hey mom, it's my friend's birthday and they're wondering if I could hang out with them. Okay, so it actually worked. I'll be there in a few. No fucking way. So Ian comes over and the group is now bigger, but he doesn't smoke at all. I text another friend, Haley, to pull up, and she does, bringing her friend Anna with her as well. They don't smoke any weed, but nicotine is fine. With us bringing some girls over, Casey texts his girlfriend Liv to pull up. 30 minutes later, and she does, bringing a pack of cigarettes with her as well. At the same time, Casey's mom, God bless her soul, also orders us some pizzas. Dear Lord, thank you for blessing this day. You have my gratitude. Jay says he gotta leave to go to have dinner with his parents. Sad, but he said he'll come back over when they're done. As Jay leaves, another homie, Derek, pulls up. So in Casey's basement, we put on some Scott Pilgrim and also are just playing around with the electric guitars he has. Bro, Ramona is so fine. On God, I would let her take out my organs and shit. What? The time is 8 o'clock. And so Haley and Anna leave because it's a school night. Shit, I look, you forgot school's back. This afternoon felt like a summer day for sure. Santi also has to go back home. So the group has shrunken a little bit, but Jay pulls back up. Hey, you're back. I told you I'd come back. Well, we're gonna walk to McDonald's, so glad you're here now. McDonald's is a long ass walk though. Just hop in the whip, I'll drive us there. So to finish off the night at a crisp 9:30 p.m., we go to the McDonald's that always be cooking up some heat. Like seriously, the fries, perfectly crisp and salted. The burgers, not smashed down with a bunch of ketchup. And the ice cream machine, not fucking broken. I am so happy right now. Even though the night was cut short, all 10 of us down in the basement smoking was definitely one of the most funnest birthday experiences I've had for sure. Even better, I woke up the next day and was still high as hell.